it's Gabby, and we're gonna gab about some books, but we're doing the 25 bookish facts about me.
I wasn't tagged by anybody, so I hope that's okay. It's my channel, so why not? And I'm gonna do it anyway because I can, because I just said that, and I'm babbling, but that's no different than what I usually do. So, here we go.
I prefer paperbacks. I will buy hardcovers, but I don't like reading from a hardcover. I just feel like I can't like hold it and it hurts my hands and I'm such a wimp. But like, I was a shampoo girl for like 7 years. I think it was like 7 or 8 years. So over the time, my wrist, because I use my wrist so much and doing that, and I'm always on the computer, because then I moved up to being a receptionist, I developed carpal tunnel in both my wrists. So I think holding books sometimes hurts. So if it's a hardcover, I feel like I don't have as much flexibility with it. Fact number 2, I will usually listen to score soundtracks when I'm reading. So typically the one that I've been listening to the most has been Me Before You, just because it fits a lot of the books. And then obviously if I'm reading a scarier book or like a story that has a scarier vibe to it, it's usually something from like a horror movie, which is really weird, but whatever. Fact number 3, I usually am drawn to the mysteries and the thrillers. For genres, I will read romance, but those are not as frequent. And then I do like supernatural books. However, it's usually Laurel K. Hamilton and J.R. Ward. Fact number 4, I don't keep my books. Like, even if I give it a 5 out of 5, I typically will not keep the book just because I do not have the space for it. If I kept all the books that I loved, I would be like swimming in my books, because seriously, it's ridiculous if I just kept them. So I will get to like what I do with them later on. Fact number 5, I don't have to drink anything when I'm reading, but if I do have something, it's typically either water or coffee. Fact number 6, I love how books feel. Like if it doesn't have like a cool like flimsy feel to it, I probably won't buy it. I mean, obviously if it's a hardcover book and I really want it, I'm gonna buy it, but like I like how some of the book covers feel, and then like the pages, if you have like a rough texture to it, I probably won't buy it. Number 7, I've never listened to audiobooks and I don't think I will. And for those of you who do, that's cool, but to me, I just feel like it takes away from the whole reading experience. And like, I hate when people are like, oh, I'm gonna go read my book now, and they put in an audiobook, and I'm like, you're not reading it, you're listening to it. I totally get it. Like, it definitely helps you out, like if you're driving, and I probably could benefit from it since my commute to work is an hour every day. So then that would be 2 hours of reading, and then I would probably finish a book within like a day or 2. But I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I would be able to concentrate on it enough. Book fact number 8. My best friend judges me for this one, but if I buy a new book, I will typically flip to the end of the book and I will read the last sentence. And after I read like the synopsis of it, that's kind of how I'll determine if I'm going to get it. Because if it just ends and it's just like bleh, I probably won't buy it. Obviously, I don't read that book right away, because then I feel like sometimes that last sentence gives it away. And then by the time I actually get to that book, I've forgotten what the last sentence is. 9, if I really like a book or a series, I will fan cast the characters. Technically, I mean, I don't really want it to be a movie, because then I feel like it's going to be ruined. Like the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, I love that series so much, but I just feel like if they were to put that in a movie or a show, I wouldn't be happy with it, because I'm so like judgy with it. Book fact number 10, I could probably spend a whole day in Barnes & Noble, or any bookstore for that matter, as long as it's like within reason. I just like the atmosphere, and like everybody looks happy. Well, at least when I go, they look happy. And then plus, like, I just like going through each aisle and exploring different authors and everything. Like, I've actually started really like forcing myself to go to different authors that I don't technically have, or that I have never read. Bookish number 11. My Goodreads reading challenge this year was 25 books, but I'm probably going to up it because I have already read 34 books. However, once school starts, I don't know if I will be able to do it. Number 12, Since I don't really keep books, I'll either donate my books to the book thing in Baltimore, which is really awesome. So if you live in the Maryland area, definitely drive up there. I drive an hour to get there, and it's really just honestly the coolest thing ever. They're rebuilding, but they are still taking books. I haven't been up there since the last time I was there, which was a couple of months ago, but I do have a trunk full of books that I need to donate to them. And if I'm not donating to the book thing, then I am kind of giving my books away, whether it's to some of my neighbors who love to read or my best friend. Bookish fact number 13, I overanalyze book to movie adaptations. Especially if I've read the book. Like, when I saw Me Before You, I liked it, but there were definitely things from the book that weren't included in the movie that I thought should have been in there. Number 14, I pretty much read whenever I have free time. And over the summer, because I'm off during the summer, I've been reading pretty much every day, all night, into the morning, and then as soon as I wake up. So that's probably why I've been like powering through books. I think I've read so far over the summer like 16 books or something insane like that. So because then once the school year starts, I really can't read. Number 15, I currently have 217 books on my bookshelf that I have yet to read, and I just bought more. Number 16, I have an obsession with buying books. It doesn't matter if I have 217 books on my bookcase, clearly. I just keep buying them. It's like almost for every one book that I read, I buy 10 in its place, so I will never have finished all of my books on my bookcase, ever. Number 17, usually for Christmas or my birthdays, I have the majority of my wish list is filled out with books, and I always tell them, oh, you can get this from Barnes & Noble, you can get it from Book Outlet, you can get it from here. It's great because everybody is always like, oh yeah, books are inexpensive, so I pretty much get like a whole entire new library when I ask for this stuff. Number 18, typically I take 2 to 3 books when I go away on vacation, and then because I know I'm going to finish those 2 or 3 books, I also have my iPad, which is always loaded with at least 50 books on there. Number 19, I don't know that I would have like the patience to write something, but I've always wanted to write like a mystery thriller, and I feel like because I've read so many of them, I almost feel like I could do it. I just, like I said, I don't know if I have the patience for it. Number 20, okay, so my mom and my best friend absolutely love taking in a new book. Like, they will take it in any new book, and they're just like,
ooh, it smells so good.
I'm just like, let me see. It smells like a book. So I don't understand like why people have such a weird obsession with smelling new books. But then again, I like feeling new books. Like, I will take a new book and I'm like, ooh, it just feels so nice.
And everybody just looks at me like I'm the weirdo.
Number 21. Even if people haven't read the book that I have just read, I like discussing books. I will tell them all about it, and then they're just like, okay, I didn't ask for you to tell me what the book was about. And then they end up either wanting to borrow it from me, or they just walk away like and pretend that I never said anything to them. Number 22, I don't think I would ever be able to join a book club, because this was like even during high school and college, like anytime we had a reading list or like anything that we were supposed to read, I never hit the deadline because I hate being told when to read. Like, if you tell me, oh, we have to read from here to here, or from pages like 50 to 250 by Thursday, it's not going to happen, because then I'm like, oh, well, don't force me to do something that I already love. So I don't know if I would ever be able to join a book club. I like the idea in theory, but I just don't think I would be able to handle it. Number 23, I don't bend my books or dog ear the pages. I feel like I'm destroying them. Use my iPad for this. So my mom will usually take a book and she'll flip it like this, and it kills me because I'm like, oh, you're ruining the book, because then the spine breaks and then the pages are all bent, and it just bothers me. And then when we do close reading in my classroom and I see my students doing that, I will like go up behind them and just take the book page and go like this. And they just look up at me and I'm like, you don't want to destroy the book now, do you? Which is, I know it's just so weird, but whatever. Number 24, I've mentioned this before, but like books are my escape from reality. So if I'm having a really, really rough day, the first thing I will want to do is read, because I feel like it'll take me away from anything that happened. And then obviously, like, I do read when it's not an escape from reality, because there you go. And then my final fact is number 25. Which is going to make me seem like an awful person, but I swear it's not. If I'm in a bookstore, I will sometimes judge a person based on what they're looking at. So if you're in a bookstore and you're only looking at the magazines, you need to leave. Like, magazines can be bought at grocery stores. I don't know why you're in a bookstore just looking at magazines and just sitting there and reading through the entire thing. And then if you're sitting in a bookstore and you're just sitting somewhere and you're reading through the whole thing and you're not buying it, what are you doing? Like, you're not supporting your author. You're not supporting your bookstore. Because we had Borders and they closed because so many people were just sitting there and doing nothing. They weren't buying it. So Borders obviously went out of business, and we don't want Barnes & Noble to go out of business. I'm like passionate about this. You need to go buy books. And if you don't, at least go to the library. And there's always like your typical group of older ladies who like wander around. They're like, and it's very cute. I'm sure people judge me when I'm going in the bookstore, because I literally yesterday was walking around Barnes & Noble with a stack full of 10 books. Did I care? No. But okay, so those are my 25 facts. Hopefully you've learned something new. If you agree with any of those, comment below. And if you're new to this channel, hopefully I didn't like scare you off and with my rambling, and hopefully my next video is going to be a little bit different. So that's it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and if you have any other suggestions on what I should add to this channel, that would be great. Any books that you think I would like, or anything like that. And yeah, okay, see ya!